Shin, sit tight. Don't do anything stupid. We will get you out of there today. We promise. We'll see you soon, at noon.
Define stupid.
We're gonna have to define it, apparently.
It's a very subjective term, you know.
Have you done anything to lose your other hand?
No.
I do not believe you.
What is the plan that we are definitely probably not going to adhere to anyways, but I should probably know.
And just so you know, like, I'm rule of cooling, but this response will count as a second sending. It's not unlimited telephone.
We are bargaining for your life, in hopes to not start a revolution and cause further bloodshed. It does not mean that we will give up on hunting our prey. It just means we have to take it easy.
I do not like this plan. The volume should burn. That's all he says.
She's not going to send anything back. She's just going to mutter to herself. Pain is a fascinating horror. And she's going to get up and go try to find Kalista.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you would also head outside along with Kalista and Jaeger, Korrin, Val. Would you two be doing anything in the morning? Korrin, I see your hand, and then Val, if you have something.
I would be reaching out to Grin to warn him / update him.
All right, before, let's just resolve really quick.
Yep.
Make me a luck check.
18?
He will be there to receive the message. So
Cool.
What message do you send?
Hi, sweetie. Good morning. I love you. But I need for you to gather the others and retreat. Plausible, Lord of Lies, is going to target you. Special place. Go.
Okay, Clifford. I'll make sure everything's locked down, everyone is safe. You be safe too. You come home to me, okay? You promised. I love you.
And she will gather her things and kind of see, all right, who else still here in the house?
So you would see Val, she's by a window and she's just making her mutagen by pouring, she has like a small, like a little corked item. She has a small corked item. She's putting a dropper, dropping small liquids into it from different droppers that she has to create this. And you see her in front of the window doing it. It definitely looks more science-y than actually really involves for her. She's just kind of like making it and putting, and you see her also seasoning it slightly, like putting small little herbs in it as well to make it taste better.
Dear, what are you doing?
I'm making my medicine.
I didn't know you were... Oh, never mind. I'm dumb. I know why you need it. Silly me. Trauma, CTE, over the years. You kind of lose a little bit in your brain sometimes. And she hands her like a packet of spice, of seasoning. Here you go.
What?
It tastes a little bit better.
Really?
Yes.
You're going to see me open it. Like, it's kind of like in a little, I assume a little baggie. She kind of opens it up a little bit, takes a small little dash and drops it in to the one she was just working on. Well, might actually be a good day after all.
Famous last words.
It has garlic powder in it. Val dies immediately.
This entire interaction, I'm just going, a spoonful of sugar makes
Yep,
the medicine
that was in my
go
head.
down.
As Korrin and Val also step outside, you all notice that it is past dawn. People are out of their homes, going about their business here on the low terrace. Once again, like you saw yesterday, there are people stopped and gathered around those postings. But you all saw the posting that was closest to Kalista's home yesterday. This one is different. You can tell it's a fresh posting. It reads, "All residents of the Foreigners' Terrace are prohibited from traveling to other areas of the Valahim without written authorization from the Pinnacle Court. All residents of the Foreigners' Terrace are to empty from their terrace of residence and the Valahim by sunrise after this posting. This is for your own safety." And then smaller at the bottom, "In my capacity as Echo Keeper, I, Utneriel of the Third Terrace, do attest that this order is approved by a unanimous vote of the Pinnacle Court." Previously, the previous posting had said there was one individual dissenting. This says unanimous. There are loud responses from the people around. "What are we supposed to do? Just leave our homes? This is ridiculous. Maybe it's a good excuse they'll finally get out of this shithole. Go somewhere else, start again. Come on, let's go and wake our pack."
When Lorwryn comes out, as she's the first to follow Kalista and Jaeger, there is a silent fuming coming from her as she watches these people, even though she has been gone for 200 years, and every person there is foreign to her, watching how they react, watching the impact this bulletin is having on them. It's fueling something within her.
There are people, clusters around different postings that you see, families crying. "What does this mean, Mama? We just get to go on a vacation, that's all. Come on, let's go get packed. Let's go get your things,
Well, Jaeger, it looks like we might fight today after all.
This feels extremely wrong. What is happening here? I thought it was bad when the devils invaded Highgale, but this is a different kind of evil.
This is what happens when devils invade the mind. Invade those with power and control. This is what happens when pride takes over in a city that was already tenuous. I don't know if the damage will be quenched when we take him out, but I know we cannot let this happen. We cannot let these people lose everything they have. This influence has to stop.
Not have much time then.
No.
Kalista. I spoke to Shin this morning.
Pleasant conversation?
I am surprised I got a hold of him, because I would have figured that there would have been a barrier between me and him, which makes me think that it is even worse than I originally thought. He is essentially committing self-righteous suicide.
That answers my question of how he's doing.
He wants the Valahim to burn. I understand. His succinct way of putting it, I think, means more that he wants this society to be corrected rather than the entirety of the city to literally burn, but I understand where he is coming from.
As do we all. But if it burns now, there will be so much innocent blood spilt. There is a moment, a time for revolution. There's a time for change.
Most men and women will grow up to love servitude and to never think of revolution. That is why they are fleeing. These are not fighters. This is not a day to make the revolution rise up. But if we have to go through all of the First Ward, then so be it.
I have no problem with fighting back. I have no problem with leading these people to change. But I have a problem with doing it futilely. I have a problem with leading butchers and bakers to their death, when change can be achieved with words.
As it should be. Only long-term change is with hearts and minds. With violence and politics only work to further divide people. They stop seeing each other as friends and comrades and people who are literally just trying to survive on a planet. They see each other as the other. Someone that could be oppressed. Someone that is causing them problems. Everyone thinks that they are the underdog in their own story. Even if they are the ones in charge.
Exactly. Violence leads to short-term results. Short-term solutions.
There are wrongs where even the grave cannot bury. Let us hope today is not one of them.
If I had gods, I'd pray for them.
And over the course of this brief conversation, you see people. Dwarves, Goliaths, humans, some elves, goblins. With their lives in bags. As much as they can carry slung over their shoulders, holding hands as they hustle down the road as fast as their burden allows them. Carrying some small sculptures, little keepsakes, tools of their trade. But you watch as already the low terrace of Thavalahim is beginning to clear out. In the course of it, there are a few individuals. No fucking way I'm leaving my home! You can fucking make me. I was born here and I'm dying here. But they're in the minority.
Val wants to go up to one of the ones who's very vocal about not wanting to leave.
There's a Goliath who is just kind of standing amidst the train of people who are filing out of here. You have to stay! You have to fight! This is your home too! Don't leave!
Is it just you? And Val stands behind her, much smaller than obviously that Goliath.
Just gestures to the flood of people leaving. I just wanted to give it all up. Just because some piece of paper told them they had to. Stay! This is your home! Runs up to a dwarf. Kala, I know you! You know you have to stay. We can fight this! And the dwarf just shakes her head, pulling her daughter in next to her. It's not a fight worth having. It's just a place. It's our place. And she shakes her head. I'm sorry. And walks off with her daughter. And the Goliath just starts to tear up in frustration and...
How long have you lived here, Goliath?
My family came here when I was 10.
But why wouldn't you just leave? Like your friend.
It's not right. It's not fair. We didn't do anything wrong.
Of course not. But is it worth your life? Your children's life?
And after his friend Kala had departed, Yore watched his resolve fracture. And as you say that, Fuck. Piss on all them. Fuck this place. And walks off. What do we see on your face as you return to the group?
Turns around. You just see on her face that she just looks disappointed. Like her mouth is downturned and she's like wrinkling her brows. She both looks disappointed and angry.
We see you return to the group, and we see you all begin to leave the low terrace, or as it has apparently been renamed, the Foreigner's Terrace, and heading towards Old Thavalahim, the Pinnacle Court. We see the five of you walking past lots of people. Thavalahim has about a population of about 10,000. Close to 4,000 live in the low terrace. The rest distributed amongst the first, second, and third. Here, as the sun is nearing noon, because you all took your time. It's a weird little time sequence here. It was a long walk. But as the sun is finally nearing noon and you know the trial is coming up, the streets here are full. People are going about their business contentedly. Furs, bright-colored clothing. People give you congenial nods and a few suspicious looks to a few of you, but for the most part, people are going about their lives. When the five of you enter the Pinnacle Court, Lilita is there waiting for you. She has a pocket watch in her hand, and as you walk in, she looks up at you all walking in, looks down, closes the pocket watch, and tucks it away. Good. I have seen to everything. The Pinnacle Court will hear your suggestion before a decision is rendered regarding the prisoner. And who are these? You, I recognize.
I'm a long way from home. And in these trying times, an escort is required for safety.
Indeed. Quite the varied escort. The prisoner should be along in no time. Down below this conversation, Shin, you hear the approach of armored feet. Many of them.
I step out of my cell and look the highest ranking adjudicator in the eye.
They all kind of jump back, and there are what you can see about a dozen down here, and they all take a step back as you just step out. How'd you get out of your cell? I think you'd let him out.
None of them left me out. You're just not very good at your job. And he holds his hands out.
Hand.
My nub's out. My nub in hand.
Take a luck point. You bitch.
I was doing everything I could not to say it too.
Holds his appendages out and forward as a courtesy for not at least killing a few of you. I pray that your daughters and sons don't experience or grow up or harbor the same unfathomable darkness that you all seem. I know some of you won't hear this, but to those of you that have just a question in your heart of whether or not this is right, gesturing to everything around him, that what you're doing is right, or whether or not you are on the right side of history. I hope you hear this old monk's words. You are not. You are the very sin that the child form that exists inside you would be ashamed of. And I know, speaking to all of you, you know. Deep down, you know.
Shin, could you make me an insight check, please?
27.
Woo!
Ooh.
The lead one looks back. High adjudicator taking his tongue, huh? A few laughs in response as the one in the lead begins to move behind you, but you see in the eyes of 3 or so of the adjudicators down here, the seeds of doubt take root. Their eyes are softer than the others. They don't watch what happens to you with pleasure.
The moment that leaves his mouth, the shouldn't have taken his tongue, I'm going to spend every action that I have to move the 240 feet of movement speed without using boots of speed. Instantly is like face to face next to that guy. He's like, and it's, or maybe I should have taken yours.
Lock him up! Get him in sights! Come on! And your one good hand is pulled behind you, and you feel a manacle attached, and you hear the rattle of chains, and then you feel a clunk, clunk around both of your feet.
I slip the nub out. You really should have thought this through. A manacle? Are you kidding me?
I said your good hand!
I slip the nub out.
Yeah, they don't try to manacle your nub. They just manacle your left arm behind your back to your 2 feet. Come on, move.
And he reluctantly goes, but he does sort of wipe his nub on that dude's face as he goes by, and blood just goes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Disgusting.
I'm all thumbed. Wait.
Take a luck point. Yes, all the hand-related jokes are getting luck points tonight. The 5 of you hear the rattle of chains start to echo through the main hall. Shoom, 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 shoom. Several adjudicators walk ahead and several behind, but you see in the middle of them Shin. And all of you notice his right arm, as his right hand is still hung around his neck. Lilita, upon seeing them, take him inside. Don't let him be seen too long. Go. They nod and start to escort him away.
Kalista is going to try to meet Shin's eyes. And although her face is hard, she is almost pleading with her eyes to Shin.
All you get back. And you've never seen it like this before in all the years of knowing him. But you see willful, powerful, radiant defiance.
You will give him the slightest nod. Barely any movement, but enough to be registered.
And in return, Shin's chin will go up.
All right. It is time. I should warn you. I do have to present the case against Shin. As I said, I will be happy to endorse your recommendation, but it is my obligation as High Adjudicator to state the facts.
I understand. He is a criminal.
Your escort may come along. They must be disarmed, however. I sense your reluctance. If you are unwilling, I understand. In such tumultuous times, you are welcome to wait outside of the court.
Would you mind if I split my escort?
Do as you will.
Lorwryn will start to take her sword out of her scabbard.
Do you mind disarming, Korrin?
Oh, I have no problem whatsoever. And just takes her axe and who's taking it?
There are a couple adjudicators who step up.
Yes, because I'm going to lift it and drop it into whoever's hands it is.
Oh, this adjudicator absolutely cannot stop the momentum. It just drops down to the ground because this is a great axe. Has to work a little bit, but gets it secured over her shoulder. Hey, take a look at this thing. To one of the other adjudicators. Oh, fuck.
Jaeger, Val, do you mind staying outside? Unless you wish to give up your weapons and join me inside.
I can de-arm.
Wonderful. Jaeger?
I'll remain at the door. And he'll turn into almost a statue, but set up next to wherever they're heading.
Couple adjudicators look up at you.
I have a question. Talking to the high one.
Yes?
What happened to his hand? Who took that? Who did that?
I did. He assaulted a number of my troops, attempted to escape. In case he attempted to escape once again, preliminary punishment was deserved. That way, should he have found a way out of our prisons, not all of him would have. It was not my preferred method. I do feel you should know. I prefer a trial be had first. It is proper procedure. I was left little option.
Understandable.
Shall we? Good. And she turns and does not wait for you all, walks behind where the guard had escorted Shin inside. As you all walk, or as 4 of you, 5 of you, Shin included, but Jaeger, you stay outside. But the other 5 of you, as you walk into the Pinnacle Court itself, the chambers of the Pinnacle Court, the walls in here are uneven, as if a natural cavern were refined, but its core maintained. Windows dominate this chamber on one of the walls, showing what seems like endless mountainscape and clouds. There are a number of stone chairs lining the back wall, the wall closest to you as you walk in. It is warm in here, warmer than the main hall was. and there is a stage of sorts, an elevated platform about 2 feet, where there is a table and 3 chairs and 3 individuals seated in those chairs. The first one of them, she has long gray-white hair with colorful tassels at the end of the 2 braids. An eagle's feather is looped through her hair. Second, old man, face looks like a wrinkled old apple, tanned skin. His brow is so wrinkled you can barely see his eyes. Dark, short hair, and is shivering a little bit while holding a mug of tea. Lots of furs draped on top of him. The third individual is non-binary, white circular fur hat with sunburst designs on a colorful robe, wrinkled face but slightly clouded eyes. They are all elves, and they are all ancient. Shin, you are led in front of them. The other 4 of you are admitted in here as well. As you are left, Shin, by yourself, just standing here in a pretty open section of this room, made to make you feel a little below those on the stage. The woman in the middle. All right, Lolita, what is it this time that we have to deal with? This individual, Shin of the Skyfist, was arrested for attempting to interfere with Skywatch business. After being brought to his cells, he then proceeded to assault over 24 of our adjudicators, rendering many of them unconscious. All of this because he refused to relinquish his possessions, which, as the members of the Pinnacle Court know, is a requirement before any are locked in our cells. Yes, of course. As High Adjudicator, after he was subdued, I made the decision under my authority to remove his right hand as punishment, while he waited for your decision. Is that all? The old man with the wrinkled face. Those are the facts. There is one individual who does wish to offer a few words before you render your judgment. And the High Adjudicator steps back and gestures towards you, Kalista.
I am Kalista Liavet of the 4th Terrace. Now named Foreign Terrace, I suppose. I am the 2nd Thread Warden of High Gale, and I am daughter of Lance Liavet. I have come to speak to you about those of the 4th Terrace, and about the symbol that this man has become for them, and perhaps offer my aid in preventing a full-scale revolution, preventing the death of those that are innocent, of all the members of this city. This is my partner, Lorwryn Leotal. If you wouldn't mind listening to her first. She'll take a step back.
The old man gestures to a page who comes over and refills his mug of tea, and then the old man just waves him away. Yes. Say what you have to say.
Pinnacle Court. As my partner had said, this morning we woke up and noticed a new proclamation calling the fourth terrace a foreign terrace and asking all foreigners to leave. Tell me, what is the point of sending these people away? Can your economy support it? To lose an entire terrace? Can your lives support it? What is the end game? And tell me, who else will you oppress in the future? Hygale? Vasami? The Misty Isles? Where does it end? All too often we see injustices, both great and small, and we think, that's terrible. But we do nothing. Most say nothing. Most let other people fight their own battles. Most remain silent because silence is easier. But silence is consent. And really, the only time people think about injustice is when it happens to them. Your country, you are awarding it from outside influence. You are worried about the devils that are coming for this world, but your country will not be destroyed from outside influence. It will be destroyed from within. So I ask you, how long do you think your country will last? Forever? Allow us to take Shin with us. Help us quell the fires. Help us help you. Because I worry that the alternative brings about a very swift end. I don't want to see innocent blood on the streets. Help us to help you.
Persuasion check with advantage, please. This is going to be a series of 3 over the course of this trial.
Nat fucking 20 on that one, baby. Thank God.
Nat 20 is a success.
Because the first one was a 1, but not a natural
dear.
1.
Oh,
the first one was not a natural 1.
Oh,
but it was,
okay.
But it was a 1.
The individual in the circular fur hat, which, Kalista, it took you a second to recognize them. They have gotten significantly older in 200 years. But this is Darumuk of the First Terrace. They were old when you were a child here. Not that we have any obligation to explain our plans to anyone. But the evacuation of the Foreigners' Terrace is for their own good, for their safety. There are things in movement that would render the Foreigners' Terrace unsafe for residents. You make a convincing case. However, what is the benefit in releasing him rather than executing him privately? He has flaunted our laws, shown no respect for our law enforcement. If we kill him now, seems fairly the same to me.
Killing him now would do a disservice to all of the people of this town.
Not to mention it'd make me a martyr, you morons.
Let me get there, Shin.
They know I'm out there.
That is going to count as a fail. Automatic fail.
Oh, I love you so much, Shin. Kalista wants to slap you so bad right now.
I am still giving those 3 chances, like I said, but that is an auto fail on the scale.
It's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
The woman in the center, as you spit this out, just gets a grimace of disgust on her face.
Oh, there it is.
Val is going to tap Kalista on the shoulder very, lightly, I'm still pretending to be her bodyguard. Maybe we should mention that he slayed Zariel and is very beloved in another city. Maybe we could mention he is the savior of Highgale. Lady.
Much obliged. She's going to take a step away from Val.
Take a luck point,
and step next to Lorwryn. As I had mentioned to the High Adjudicator, it is tenuous times in this city. And with the omens spreading across not only this city or this country, but the entirety of this world, we must stand united. There are darker fronts coming. I arrived yesterday from Highgate, the city I chose to make my home, burned by an extraplanar being that has chosen this world for its new home.
We have heard of what occurred at Highgale.
This individual you recognized as soon as you saw him. This is Cathraron of the Third Terrace.
It is the fate of Highgale that has made this step necessary. It is for the protection of the city of the Valahim, and the evacuation is for the safety of those who reside in the foreigners' terrace.
I sat upon the Queen's table in Highgale, and it taught me one thing. This influence does not care about one's status. It seeps in like a toxin that corrupts even those that sit higher than all. And I come here in the hopes of saving the city that I grew up in, that I once called home. And this man did great things for Highgale. This man, he will fight for all. And if we have a chance at saving Valahim, I need him. And you need to listen to us.
Make me a persuasion check, please, Kalista.
21.
Darumuk leans into the middle and whispers a little bit to the woman who sits in the center, who then leans over and converses briefly with the other.
Darumuk, you know my father. Knew my father. You know that the Liavets have cared for nothing but the well-being of Valahim for as long as we've breathed. For as long as we breathe, as long as we've existed. I have come here to save this great city, and all I ask is that you allow me to do so.
Save this great city. and this rabble-rouser is somehow necessary to that? Explain this part. The logic of preventing a rebellion, that I understand. What is his part in this?
Dead. He acts as a martyr. The people will raise their fist for Skyfist, and they will scream his name as they burn this city. As they burn what has been built over centuries of elvish blood. Alive. He is a force to be reckoned with. He can be used to fight this poison, this toxin that slowly creeps into us. He can be used to fight for us.
With us.
With us.
Lilita steps up to join the two of you. His death is unnecessary. I am sure there is other fitting punishment. I agree that his life should be spared, but will respect whatever judgment the Pinnacle Court renders. Kalista and Lorwryn, could each of you roll me persuasion, and we'll take the highest.
25.
My girl!
You have made your point. We will confer.
And the two on the left move closer to Catharon, the old elven man who seems unwilling to do any moving himself. And they begin to whisper.
I would like to lean over to Lilita and just kind of quietly, if the Pinnacle Court is to see him freed, I do need a monk with two working hands. Trust me when I say, if what you saw against your people, and I apologize on his behalf, imagine what it does against the devil. We've killed one, we can kill another.
She leans in towards you and very sincerely, slightly under her breath. It was my intention to recommend that, should the Pinnacle Court see fit that he be freed, we provide him with a replacement from one of our artificers, but after his outburst, I do not know if I could convince them of that mercy. Make me a persuasion check, Lorwryn.
The worst they can say is no. It's only a 10, unfortunately.
Still, though,
Yeah.
you've formed a decent working relationship at this moment.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a
And-
very respectful kind of like,
Yeah.
hey, if we can do this, let's,
She's-
maybe we do it.
You might not believe me when I say this, but she isn't cruel. At least in her mind. If they see fit to release him, I will recommend a replacement. There might be some conditions, however, but I will do my best. Like you said, worst they can say is no.
As they're conferring, Kalista is just going to reach over and take Lorwryn's hand.
Couple minutes pass. The three of them, the three members of the Pinnacle Court, break apart, the two slowly returning to their seats.
We have reached a unanimous decision. Shin of the Skyfist, your crimes against the Valahim are great. But we are not without reason and mercy. You are to be banished immediately from the grounds of the Valahim and never permitted to return. This banishment, we suspect, will prove sufficient punishment in and of itself.
If I may ask for an extension on that banishment, may we have a day? A single day.
Make me a persuasion check, Kalista.
18.
They look at each other.
You will be gone by sunrise. No later.
Understood.
And, Kalista, for the respect that I hold for your father, for all that he did for this city, do not be in the low terrace come sunrise.
Of course.
That will be all.
One last request of mercy. It is possible that I acted rashly in claiming this man's hand as punishment. Now that a judgment has been rendered and his banishment guaranteed, I would request permission to see this wrong righted.
Yes, do what you will.
And they just start to get up and shuffle away, barely giving that any additional thought. Lilita turns back to you two. Honestly, I have no idea why I just did that, but...
I appreciate it.
Keep him under wraps. This... You two have earned my respect. Any future wrongs committed by him will not be met with the same mercy. Please, do not make me carry this out.
I would hate to do that to you. We will be gone by sunrise. You have my word.
Very well. Release him. Your 3 manacles are opened. As they are, Lilita steps in front of you. She cocks her head and looks right in your eye. Looks at your missing hand. I'll see that you have a replacement. And she leans just a little bit towards you. Don't test me again.
That sentiment is mutual. And it's said with, like, the utmost resign. Like, there's no malice. There's no anger. And it's just, he just looks in her eyes. And what she sees is almost pity.
She leans back from you. Go.
And he walks past Lorwryn and Kalista. Upright, chin upright.
I hold out his bag to give to him.
He slings it over himself, and he looks Val deeply in her eyes. And he walks out the building. And as soon as he's outside and the sun hits him, he looks back at Kalista and Lorwryn, and the largest silvery dragon wings erupt out of his back, made of wind and silvery key and everything. Like, they're just, you see them, and he's made them as large as he can. And then around him forms the aspect of a dragon, and he rockets into the sky for Kalista's house. And anyone looking up, can see this shimmering silver dragon.
Shin, as you fly overhead back towards the low terrace, you see a train of people leaving the low terrace, weighed down by what possessions they could carry.
As he does that, Lorwryn's gonna cast Prestidigitation and enhance everything that he just does. Hide it so nobody else can see that she's doing it. So the lights are brighter, the sparkle lasts longer, the wind and trail last longer, and everything like that with it.
Kalista is very proficient with magic and can completely tell that Lorwryn is doing this as she holds Lorwryn's hand. And she will add thaumaturgy to the mix.
Lorwryn just gives you a wink as you do it.
And not so much a burst or the sound of a firecracker, but more whistle as he cuts across the sky. We'll follow him.
We see Shin take off, dragon wings unfurling as Lorwryn and Kalista enhance this moment, this display. And as Shin soars over the heads of these refugees, we see as they look up and watch him, a few children pointing up in the sky, their fingers tracing him as he soars over. And as we pull out from this moment, with the five of you returning towards the low terrace where Shin has just headed, it is a bright, beautiful day on top of the Valahim. And we see those 6 stars just 5 days from aligning. And that's where we will close for tonight. Incredible, intense, and beautiful session, everyone.
If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review, a comment, and share with your friends. Want to support the podcast and get some behind-the-scenes content and some extra goodies? Check out Go Buff Yourself on Patreon. Lords of Sin is Cory J. Phillips as Shin, Danielle Phillips as Valkerie, TheMalloMan as Lorwryn, Aaron as Jaeger, Matty as Kalista, Mav as Korrin, and Ethan as all the other stuff.